Art Global is a series of programs about the brightest achievements of Kazakh soloists and ballet companies at the world's best venues. This time, we will tell about the performance of the Academy of Soloists Orchestra. For more than 25 years of history, the orchestra has performed all around the world. They always amaze the audience with their mastery and commitment to excellence. And this time, they did their best to win the hearts of new audience. The orchestra presented their concert program in the Republic of Malta. Although Malta is a small country, it can boast with its remarkable rich history. The first evidence of early human activity in Malta dates back to the 4th millennium BC. The Phoenicians, the ancient Greeks lived here, and the famous Odyssey's route runs right through this island. For 2.5 centuries, the Maltese knights lived here. Suleiman the Magnificent, Napoleon, and Hitler always wanted to conquer this land. In general, this island is the quintessence of European history. The sunny islands of the Mediterranean Sea are the special place for Christianity. Tourists can walk and see the stronghold of the Knights of the Order of St. John. Each era left an imprint, from ancient megaliths to the defensive fortresses of Second World War. Today, different music compositions are performed in Malta. The city hosts the lively performances of tourist places, festivities, Catholic processions, and festival of classical music. Malta is a welcoming scene for musicians from all over the world. The city hosts a major international music festival, gathering professional groups from around the world annually.
Государственный оркестр Академии солистов прибыл.
The state orchestra of the Academy of Soloists today arrived in Malta to take part in the international festival that will last for 10 days. The world's most prominent musicians, including our team, were invited to the festival. We will play 3 concerts, and all 3 performances will be with different conductors. The European Foundation for the Promotion of Culture organizes this festival with a mission to promote the cooperation between the musicians and the exchange of experience. The Maltese International Music Festival was held for the 7th time. This year, President of the European Foundation for the Support of Culture, Konstantin Ishkhanov, decided to invite Kazakh soloists. Last year, Ayman Musakhadjayeva participated in our festival. She is an amazing violinist. She performed with the Armenian State Symphony Orchestra. This time, we are glad to welcome the Academy of Soloists Orchestra at the opening of the festival. As soon as the Kazakh musicians arrived to the Maltese land, they started their first rehearsal. The next day, the chamber orchestra will open a music festival together with guest soloists in the city of Floriana at the Robert Samute Hall. The cathedral, built in the neo-Gothic style, is the center of the cultural life of Malta, where the best concerts and festivals are held. The orchestra will perform with famous Italian maestro Gianluca Marciano. He collaborates with leading music groups in the UK, Italy, Spain, America, Japan, and Georgia. I was on tour when I was offered to open an international music festival in Malta and to work with this amazing orchestra from Kazakhstan. I know their conductor, Mikhail Kirchov, and I decided that this is a great chance to do something together. I have friends from Kazakhstan. I know Maria Mudryak. She's a great soloist. We work on the Traviata opera together. I know Sundet Baigozhin. This festival is a good opportunity to meet and get acquainted with new musicians from Kazakhstan. The performance by Academy of Soloists opened the Maltese Festival. The constellation of classical music stars emerging these days in the art sky of Malta marks the beginning of the season of festivals throughout the Mediterranean. The concert program starts with the great works created by Bach and Tchaikovsky.
Вот мы сегодня представляем струнную серенаду Чайковского.
Today, we are presenting the string serenade of Tchaikovsky. The Academy of Soloists Orchestra has performed this work probably for 30 years with different compositions. But this work is always in our repertoire.
И тем не менее, вот с этим маэстро находишь какие-то новые краски.
We are happy that we find new colors, new emotions, some kind of stability, and something new and interesting when we perform this piece of music with the maestro.
В чем-то есть и какая-то стабильность, а в том-то есть что-то новое, интересное.
Jibek Magavin is a graduate of the Kurmangazi Conservatory and the Queen Sofia High School of Music. For a long time, he worked in the state string quartet named after Gaziza Zhubanova, and today he is considered to be one of the best musicians of the Academy of Soloists Orchestra. He performed 13 music seasons with this orchestra. Many famous international musicians gathered for the opening of the Maltese festival, including musicians from Kazakhstan, Italy, Great Britain, and Russia. Along with the soloists from the Academy of Soloists, talented violinists Yekaterina Sukhanova and Haik Kazazian will also perform on the stage of the concert hall. Haik Kazazian is the winner of the Tchaikovsky International Competition, the most prestigious award in the music world.
Очень рад, что сегодня мы открываем этот
To tell you the truth, I'm really glad that today we are opening this festival. In general, Malta is a beautiful place. I used to know this island only from the pictures, and I am so happy to be here. This is an amazing place. I recently performed together with Mikhail in Bryansk. We gave a concert and he was the conductor. Now, I will perform with this orchestra under his direction and Gianluca Marciano will be a conductor. We've known each other for about 4 years. We met in Yerevan, played together, and after that stayed in touch. We usually meet each other at music events.
в разных мероприятиях.
In my opinion, this concert is a huge success. The opening was just wonderful, and the audience, in my opinion, called the conductor and soloists several times on stage.
It was my first introduction to them. In fact, I didn't know that Kazakhstan had its own state orchestra. And the orchestra, I thought there was excellent balance in the orchestra. And I was very impressed by the cello section that has a very important part to play in these particular Tchaikovsky pieces.
Valletta is a fortified city. Its architectural ensemble is designed in the Baroque style, and the streets resemble a chessboard. Today, it is a bustling city, a business and administrative center. Last year, Valletta was recognized as the cultural capital of Europe. Madina Kapyukokhanova is a graduate of the Kazakh National University of Arts. She is a violinist, a laureate of many music competitions. Her colleagues name her the ambassador of culture. In addition to the highest professional level of performance of classical European music, the soloists also used to perform the works of local composers to the Western audience. This time is no exception. The Academy of Soloists Orchestra will play the Steppe Legend, created by legendary Kazakh composer Tles Kazgaliev for the first time outside Kazakhstan.
Степная легенда произвело неизгладимое впечатление, когда ее исполняла.
The Steppe Legend made an indelible impression when it was performed by the Astana Opera Orchestra with Gergiev. Gergiev got acquainted with Kazgaliev's music for the first time, and he was absolutely delighted. He said that this composition is beautiful. He said that it is necessary to promote the names of such great people all over the world. More people should know about Kazakh composers and their works. The Mediterranean Conference Center is the official name for the grandiose building that is located on a hill above the harbor. 5 centuries have passed since it was called the Holy Infirmary, where once the Knights of the Order of Malta performed a vow. They personally served the wounded with food and drink in gold and silver dishes. Today, this magnificent building with vaulted ceilings is famous for its excellent acoustics and hosts numerous festivals.
This stage has seen all the top stars who have come to Malta in the past 40 years, because this establishment has had its anniversary actually this year, 40 years. Big stars have come here, even the Moscow Philharmonic, Riccardo Muti with his orchestra, Joseph Calle. We had many international stars coming here. Grigory Sokolov, as I said, Salvatore Accardo, Vengerov, Ayman Musakhajeva. So we had all the international orchestras also. I myself have always brought international orchestras, including orchestras from Germany, from Macedonia, Romania, National Orchestra of Bulgaria.
Mikhail Kirchov is standing behind the conductor's console. The maestro is the main guest conductor of the Kazakh orchestra. He has already been to Malta as a member of the jury at one of the music competitions. Alexei Shor is a famous contemporary composer living between Malta and the United States. His work, Travel Notebook, in the concert program stands next to The Steppe Legend by Kashgaliev and the overture fantasy Romeo and Juliet by Tchaikovsky.
Пару лет назад мне посчастливилось быть в Казахстане на большом фестивале.
A couple of years ago, I was lucky to be in Kazakhstan to attend a big festival, and I knew about this orchestra there. It is an amazing orchestra with world-class soloists. I still remember my trip to Kazakhstan.
Тщательно подготовленные, то есть у меня остались самые лучшие воспоминания о поездке.
Travel Notebook is a traveler's notes, a work consisting of 7 parts. Each part is associated with a particular city. This evening, a suite for piano and orchestra is performed by Philip Kopachevsky. Kopachevsky is a virtuoso pianist and soloist of the Moscow Philharmonic. He is unique as a musician. He performed with Mstislav Rostropovich, Mikhail Pletnev, Vladimir Spivakov, and Maxim Vengerov. He brilliantly performs at international competitions and festivals. Classical music fans are coming to the large concert hall. They attentively listen to every note. Music does not just sound. Musicians and spectators live in it. Kashgaliev became the sensation of the concert program. As for the first work, we know the geniuses leave early. He has gone when he was about 50 years old. He was an absolutely delightful composer who studied in Moscow with composer Mikhail Chulaki. I like the marvelous melody of flutes and all the melodies of the wind instruments. These original national melodies are valuable in the era of globalization because, on the one hand, of course, the music is influenced by European motifs, as we know this technique and many other composing techniques. But on the other hand, it is true folklore. It shows a true soul of the people. The concert did not include only the announced program. After a stunning success, Kazakh soloists performed a folk dance from the Eternal Flame Ballet created by contemporary Kazakh composer Serik Yerkimbekov.
Ayman Musakhajeva создала прекрасный коллектив.
Ayman Musakhajeva gathered a wonderful team and did a great job. Today, we learn more about this wonderful orchestra. We saw the performance of wind instruments. This is a great event for the Maltese Festival. It is a great event for the European audience.
Европы услышать подобные коллективы.
The Kazakh Ministry of Culture and Sports supported the tours of Kazakh musicians and Kazakh concert. After a convincing triumph in the capital city of Valletta, the Kazakh orchestra returned to Floriana to perform at the 7th International Music Festival. The Maltese Festival is coming to an end. We can already talk about some of the results and outcomes. I think this performance is a great achievement and a great contribution to our common Kazakh culture and the global culture. Each performance includes a new program, new soloists, and most importantly, a new conductor for the Academy of Soloists. This time, the orchestra will perform with Conrad van Alphen, artistic director, chief conductor and founder of the Sinfonious Rotterdam Chamber Orchestra.
The program is very varied. We start with Bach, we're talking about 1730. Then we jump to 200 years later, more than 200 years later, even to the Shostakovich piece, which Shostakovich wrote to play together with his son on the piano, Maxim. And then we go again back to the end of the 19th century to do Tchaikovsky, romantic music. I like to make contour in a program, and that people can experience different genres of the music in one concert.
The final performance of Kazakh musicians at the Malta Festival gathered a lot of spectators at the concert hall.
It's an enchanting evening. It was beautiful, all the concerts, and we are looking forward to this series of concerts because it's fantastic. It was a very good combination. The orchestra, the conductor, the pianist, all in all. This is why I'm saying it's quite an enchanting evening.
The International Music Festival for the Academy of Soloists came to an end. They staged 3 performances and presented 3 rich and diverse programs to amaze the Maltese audience.